Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Jules Anyway here, and before you go any further in this video, please don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe, and definitely turn your post notification bell on to be notified the next time I post. Why not join the family? Like why not join the family? I hope you guys do love this look that I've created today. Please stay tuned. So the first thing I will be doing today is my brows, and I'm going to take my Fenty Beauty brow pencil in black brown to do my brows. First, I'm going to start off with the spoolie part or the brush part of the pencil, and I'm going to just comb my hairs up. I know my brows are looking atrocious, but we're going to move today. I'm just going to fill my brows in. Always look terrible before it looks good, so even though it looks crazy right now, I'm gonna now clean it up with my p.louise base in rumor number 6, and this is how it looks. Usually I take a foundation to cover my brows, but I needed something thick to cover my brow hairs because, as you could see before, my brows need some tender love and care. I go in with my peaches and cream brush, and this is in PC54. It is a flat angled brush, and I'm going to use it to just carve out my brows. I'm just going to use this to clean up the edges of my brows. My brows don't look that perfect today, but we're going to move. We're going to, you know what I mean? Take my p.louise base in rumor number 3 to put on top of my lip before I go in with my eyeshadow. I'm just gonna squeeze that on first. Put that in. For my first shade, I'm gonna take my Makeup Addiction single shadow in crushed blueberry. And I'm going to pack this on the outer corner. Taking my peaches and cream brush in PC47, and I'm just going to tap that in. I'm just going to keep applying to the intensity that I'm looking for. Just doing the same on this side. Now taking the same brush, I'm using a light hand, holding the brush at the end. So the closer you hold the brush, the more pressure applies to your eyes. The further you hold the brush, the less pressure is added to the eyes. So I'm just using the same brush and fading the edges of this look out. Just like that. Take this shade in just a little bit more on the inside, but using a light pressure. I'm just going to take this brush, which is from Morphe x Jaclyn Hill collection, and I'm going to take the p.louise base in rumor number 3 once again. But I'm going to apply that on my lid, but not in a precise way either. So I'm just going to swirl my brush in it and just apply this on my lid. Now I'm going to take my Anastasia Beverly Hills x AMREZY palette, and I'm going to go into the shade called Wasted, and that's the shade right here. It is a beautiful dusty pink shade, and that's the shade right there. It does come off chalky, but is very pigmented at the same time. Taking this brush, and I'm just gonna pat this onto the lid. The same thing on the next. I'm gonna take the shade New Yorker right here. I'm gonna place that right above this color. I was gonna leave it like that, but then I feel like to go in with another transition color. Taking the blue shade again, and I'm just gonna slightly blend out the edges into the shadow I've previously placed down, and slightly take it over like that. My ingot liner, and this is in the number 77. And I'm also going to take my Duraline, and I'm going to place a drop in it. Well, 2 drops came out, but I take my Nashi Precise Bent eyeliner to do my winged line, making sure the brush is well coated. I don't want it too moist or too dry. I always start in the middle and then make my way to the front, and vice versa, the back, front, you'll see. Now I have a lot of these p.louise time mmmmitchelle bases, and I'm gonna take the one in Ibiza. Instead of taking Ibiza, I went into Nitro, and it's that shade right here. To make the pinkish shade that I have in the center pop a bit more, I'm gonna take my p.louise A Hint of Desire pigment and pop on top. Using my ABH glitter adhesive. Now that I'm done with my eyes, I'm gonna go straight to my face, and for primer, I'm gonna take my Laura Mercier primer. If I'm not mistaken, I think they have 3 or 4 different pure canvas finishes. So I think they have, this is the blurring one, they have the hydrating one, the luminous, and the glowing one. So it's 4 of them. And this blurring one is definitely the lilac color. I'm just gonna take a bit of it and just put on my face. This primer does remind me of a moisturizer. It's very thick in consistency, and it blends out, and it blends out with a matte like finish to it, but it doesn't leave any like white residue or anything of that sort on the face. Just pouncing that in. I've been really loving this combo lately. This one is my NARS Natural Radiant Long Wearing Foundation, and this is in the shade Macao. And my Laura Mercier Luminous Radiance Perfecting Foundation. But even though this one says luminous and radiant, it does give me a matte finish, whereas in this one gives me a more radiant finish. But this one does not last long on my skin by itself, so I do tend to mix it in with a lot of foundations. But other than that, I still go, I think this is like my 3rd bottle. You know, like you have some foundations that you, even though it doesn't work for you longevity wise, you end up still keeping it because you love the finish, so you end up mixing it with other foundations. Is one of it. This for me is it. This is the only foundation, to be honest, that I would literally repurchase, knowing that it doesn't last on my skin that long. But to mix it with foundation, you will see what I'm talking about when I'm going through this though. Took 3 pumps of that and taking 3 pumps of the Laura Mercier foundation, and I'm just gonna use my finger and apply that. I love a full coverage finish, so I do tend to go in with quite a few pumps, and I'm one of those girls that have to do the neck, so obviously that takes up a lot more product. I take my Peaches and Cream brush, and this one is in PC26, and I'm gonna pat that onto my face. Oh yeah, and if I fail to mention, this foundation is in the shade 5C1 Nutmeg. Look how beautiful that looks on the skin. Concealer, I'm gonna take my Too Faced Born This Way concealer, and this is in the shade Butterscotch. Just cleaning up my eye makeup at the same time. I'm not going to bring this concealer down too much. I'm going to leave this concealer under my eye only because I don't usually go so bright, but I wanted a change. So for my chin upwards, I'm going to take my Makeup Revolution concealer in the shade C12.7, and I'm going to take that right up my face. And that's how this color looks like. To me, it looks like the same shade. No, it's not the same shade. I'm going to take the same brush that I used to apply my foundation to blend out my concealer. If some of you may know already, but I love to blend out my concealer from my chin, go upwards first, and then while that's happening under my eye can sit for just a tad bit. I don't bake, but I just give it that time to do what it has to do while I blend out those parts of my face first. I've only carried my concealer out that far because I was cleaning up my wing line as well. And this is one of my favorite brushes. If you don't know, all peaches and cream brushes are my favorite. Like, they just blend my faces out like a dream. And I'm loving how my face is looking so far. I'm gonna take my cream bronzer in Toffee Tease, and that's how it looks like. Just a tip, this has been in my drawer, and I do go in with my finger to warm it up, and then I wipe off the excess on a piece of tissue in front of me, and then I dab in my sponge, and then I apply it to my face. And I'm going to take my favorite setting powder, and this is the Maybelline Fit Me setting powder, and this is in the shade Medium Deep 30. I'm going to take the other side of my sponge, and I'm just going to tap that into my skin and set the areas that I have concealed. Making sure that product is well blended into my skin. Now I'm going to go with my Fenty Beauty bronzer, which is the powder bronzer in Coco Naughty. How the Coco Naughty looks like. And I'm going to take this brush and I'm just going to I'm not going to really take any extra added powder at the top because my lace is there. And then I pat that there. And then I'm going to just take whatever is left and just pat that in up here. And that is that. I'm going to take my Makeup Addiction highlighter in Orgasmic. I'm going to light up my face with it. I'm going to take what's left on the lid and I'm going to just dab that there. That is gorgeous. This is my favorite shade from the line, and this once again is called Orgasmic. Before leaving my house, I'm gonna now set my face with my Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1 setting spray. And with this setting spray, it is very mattifying. So if you're an oily girl like me, you will definitely want to invest in that setting spray. But do not go ham into the setting spray either, because definitely, baby girl, it will make your face feel real tight, as if you just had surgery. But I love this. I'm going to take my one and only mascara that I own currently, and that is my Fenty Beauty mascara, which is the full frontal because I'm black mascara. I do tend to go in with mascara last, because when you spray your face, nothing hurts someone as bad as when you just finish your makeup and that mascara just smudges and messes up your whole... It's just that area, but it irks you so much knowing that you spent so much time doing your face and that black spot just... I know every beauty lover out there has experienced it, has experienced that moment. And I feel like that always happens when you're in a rush to go somewhere important. Please comment down below and let me know if that has ever happened to you. Okay guys, we've now reached the end of my video. I hope you guys did enjoy this video and also was able to follow the steps that I have given in this tutorial to achieve this wonderful, wonderful look.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.